now ready to start taking a look at the modes. So let's begin by answering the question, what do we mean by a mode? Well, I find the simplest way to think about the modes is as an extension of the system of relative major and relative minor keys. Now, we already know that if we take any major scale and play the same set of notes but beginning on the 6th degree of the major scale, we get the relative minor scale. Now, quite simply, we can do the same thing for all of the notes of the scale. So we play the same set of notes in the same order as the major scale, but beginning on a different note each time. And each time the result is a unique sequence of tone and semitone intervals. Each of these sequences is a mode. Each of these modes has a name. The names are actually derived from the culture of ancient Greece, which has no particular musical relevance. It just explains why you might find the names a little bit peculiar. The first of these is the Ionian mode. That's I-O-N-I-A-N. This is the mode that begins on the 1st degree of the major scale and is nothing more nor less than the major scale itself. That's a tone, a tone, a semitone, a tone, a tone, a tone, and a semitone, giving us a major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh, and octave. So that's all there is to the Ionian mode. If we begin on the 2nd degree of the major scale, we come to the Dorian mode, D-O-R-I-A-N, Dorian. And here we find the sequence of a tone, a semitone, a tone, a tone, tone, semitone, tone. This gives us a major second, minor third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, minor seventh, and octave. So this mode is distinguished by the presence of a major sixth, where all of the other intervals in the mode are the same as those in the natural minor scale. This is why, when I was looking for a distinctive pentatonic scale to go with the 2 chord in major keys or the 4 chord in minor keys, I chose a minor pentatonic scale with a major sixth in it. The next mode is the Phrygian mode, that's P-H-R-Y-G-I-A-N, Phrygian, which has the pattern semitone, tone, 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 semitone, tone, tone. That is a minor second, a minor third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, minor seventh, and octave. So once again, most of the intervals are the same as those of the natural minor scale. The distinctive interval in this mode is the minor second. The minor second is of course a semitone, and this explains why I couldn't find a unique pentatonic scale to accompany the minor key minor 5 chord or the 3 chord in major keys without breaking the rule of having no semitone intervals in our pentatonic scales. Next up we have the Lydian mode, that's L-Y-D-I-A-N, Lydian, and if you remember the pentatonic scale that we used for the 4 chord in major keys or the 6 chord in minor keys, you won't be surprised to find that the distinctive note in this mode is the sharpened or augmented fourth. This mode contains intervals of a tone, a tone, a tone, a semitone, That's to say a major second, a major third, sharpened or augmented fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh and octave. So this is all the intervals of the normal major scale apart from the sharpened fourth. Beginning the sequence on the fifth degree of the major scale, we get the Mixolydian mode. That's M-I-X-O-L-Y-D-I-A-N, Mixolydian, comprising tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone. This gives us major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, minor seventh and octave. In other words, a major scale with a minor seventh in it. Again, since this corresponds with the dominant seventh chord, that is the major chord with a minor seventh in it, this should come as no surprise. The next mode is the Aeolian mode. That's A-E-O-L-I-A-N, Aeolian. This begins on the sixth degree of the major scale. Since the sixth of the major scale is the tonic note of the relative minor scale, the Aeolian mode is just another name for the natural minor scale. That's tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, major second. Remember, the natural minor scale has a major second in it. Minor third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, minor sixth, minor seventh and octave. And finally, the mode beginning on the seventh degree of the major scale is the Locrian mode. That's L-O-C-R-I-A-N, Locrian. For ease of fingering, I'm going to begin this one down an octave. And in this mode we have intervals of semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, tone. This means this mode has a minor second, minor third, perfect fourth, diminished fifth, minor sixth, minor seventh and octave. Uniquely amongst the modes of the major and natural minor scale, this one differs from the natural minor scale in two notes, that's to say the minor second and the flattened fifth. The flattened fifth, of course, you will recognise from the minor flat 5 and minor 7 flat 5 chords that we use for the minor key 2 and major key 7 chords, and also from the corresponding pentatonic scale which we studied in the last session. So that's all the 7 modes of the major or natural minor scale. So the only remaining question is, now we know them, what do we do with them? Well, the modes can be used as the basis for composition. So just as you can write a piece of music in the key of C major or the key of A minor using the same key signature, you can equally well compose a piece in D Dorian. That's to say, using all of the same notes as C major and A minor, but centred around D minor. So in all probability your opening and closing chords would be chords of D minor or D minor 7th, and all the cadences within the piece would be of a D minor type. However, in this video course, and indeed in my book of common chord progressions, I'm interested in the use of modes as what are sometimes called chord scales. That's to say, a set of fingering patterns that are appropriate to use when composing melodies or improvising lead lines over each of the chords of the harmonized scale. I don't think it can be emphasized too strongly that all you're really doing is playing the scale of the key you're in. But what you're doing is breaking down the scale into a set of patterns that you can familiarize yourself with, so that for any starting note, being the root of the accompanying chord, you have the fingering pattern under your fingers on the fretboard where you want it. And over the next few videos I'm going to be relating these modes to the chords of the common chord progressions, the 145, 251 and 6251 in the major and minor keys. So please do join me next time.